to Michigan State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Red pass hits complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick release by the QB. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Spartans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Right back to the well. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Bringing it back. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Spartan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Second down coming up. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the air on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Here we go. Wide receiver going in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Spartans will try to pick it up on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, going to the air. Using his feet to buy time. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They're working that left side. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tennessee! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. unloads quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Trying to get rid of it. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw again. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Spartans are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Got a man. It's Gossett. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Running through contact. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
221 away, 221 away.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Line out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. 2 minutes of the half. Makes the catch. It's Burr. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burr. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Gossett. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this defense is being challenged in the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter. And already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, here comes the return. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To start this third quarter, they'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, and start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The noise bouncing off of Smarty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
convert from the Wildcat. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Just keeps swinging it. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
It'll be a draw. Runs through a tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for us.
And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing to score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Gossett. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time he's got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Volunteers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later into the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle. And receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Spartans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Gossett. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Huge play. Puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
The Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Michigan State! And the punishment has been extended. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.